Welcome to Exploring Alaska Native Voices, a show about the evolving character of Alaska Indigenous life in a world society. Since the mid-1990s, Exploring Alaska Native Voices has been attending, filming, and featuring aspects of the Alaska Federation of Natives Convention in recognition of its significance to the Alaska Native experience, as well as the sense of reunion and fellowship it represents. As for the performing arts, there is Koyana Night. For over 20 years, Koyana Night has been a crowning event representing Alaska Native spirit in song and dance.
Anchorage Nikolski. My name is Ethan Petticrew. My Unangach name is Qanglaagix, and I live in Anchorage, Alaska. My family comes from Chalukach or Nikolski. So we had formed this group, Atka Taliĝiisnikangis. When we first enter the stage area, the very first dance that we typically do is called Tilila, and this is really not an Unangach dance. It is a Koryak dance that came from Kamchatka, and it was a trade song given to us, and it was in fact given in my lifetime to us by a Koryak woman. The interpretation of Tilila, I guess, is a little obscured. She said, she had told us it was a dance you can use to enter in on, or you can begin just beginning your performance with it. She said it's a dance that it has, she said that Tilila was just vocable, so it really didn't have words to it. And that it's just a dance used to enter your space and on, and to clear out any, you'll see the hand motions going like this with the females, to clearing out any of the bad medicine or bad things, spirits that are in the room. They lay the grass on the floor, and then we dance upon that grass. It's very traditional for us to do that. And Ukamach, they knew that it was a great festival because at the end of 4 days, all the grass would be pushed from the center of the floor up against the walls of the house just from movement and dancing. So, and then at that, then they go down and you'll hear us yell out something to the effect, Unangam Taliĝiisnikangis Ayagaa. So we start to chant at that point. And as soon as the drums start hitting, there's 4 beats, down flies into the air. And this down that we throw in the air is got a lot of symbolism. Everything we do has got symbolism in it and has meaning. Everything we wear has meaning to our past and to our present and the future. So you first see the down fly, and it's symbolic of a volcano erupting on our sacred islands. And then it fills the air with down, basically, and at that point it becomes the snow. And for us it becomes the story of eternal winter. A fast seagull dance follows after we break. We have our circle, and the circle breaks apart eventually because we know we're there to perform for people. It's not just about us now, and it's performing to represent our community, our people, and engage those people that are watching us. And this typically happened even in ancient days when they would dance at Qagnax for people. But the next dance we do is we refer to as our fast seagull dance. After the seagull dance, then we go into this flirtatious dance. It's called Ayagaa. And really what that means is, what is Ayagaa is woman, and what is like here. And so that's like, here is a woman, but it would be your equivalent in English, like, wow, what a woman. And it's all about these young ladies who are beautiful. And of course, you've seen their headdresses, young ladies' headdresses that are not full crown. It's got the representation of hair. There's straight beads going down, and because hair was, there's a lot of spiritual power connected to hair in our traditional beliefs. And then there's the beads that come around the bottom of the chin. That represents her reflection in the pools of water on land. So she, before mirror time, so she looks at herself in the water, and she's beautiful is what it's about. So this dance is about young ladies going out, they're out there dancing, and these men, young men, are attracted to them, obviously, and very beautiful women, and they follow them, and they're falling in love with them, basically. And the women then move forward towards the end, and the guys follow, and at this point the guys go in for another hug. It's the one where they're reaching out and they're going to hug. And on this one, the women yell out, "Nanga, nanga," which in Nirok means no, no. And the guy's response is, "Alpusmach," mean, what's the matter with you? And because they were just getting loving before that, and now they're getting rejection. We've all heard the story, right? We've all lived the story. And then that basically ends the dance. It's really just a snapshot of love life, I guess, in the reality of it. So what you'll find with our dancing is some of it very spiritual, other very just real life stuff being portrayed. After that dance, the dance that follows the headdress dance, or Ayagaa, the wow what a woman dance, is the men's tungtungig usually. And tungtungig is our word for drum. And it's in response to the men getting rejected by the females. So the men come out there with these drums, and now they're showing off and doing all these fancy moves with the drums. Then you hear all these seagull calls burst out. It's all the women being excited. And so it's these women doing this dance, and these men doing the dance and trying to, I equate it to peacocks. In fact, I often call it to those guys. I say, you do your peacock dance, because it's like, let's show off now. And then finally, after that, our last dance in that opening set is where Isugamangachi. It's where the girls go out and get on their knees in groups. And you'll see it done in 2 groups, sometimes 1 group, usually 4 people in a group. I think at AFN we did it in 3 groups. And This is a isuk, or seal dance. It's merely mimicking the motions of the seals, and then there'll be a guy standing up dancing behind them. He's representative of the hunter, the seal hunter. And that ends that first set. The next dance after our opening set, after the ladies do seal dances, what you're looking at, I think, is our war dance. Our ancestors were great warriors, even fighting amongst ourselves from different islands to islands, and of course with other non-Unangak people. We were great warriors, and this dance just merely talks about how great our warriors were in the fighting that they did. They often would go to collect slaves, different things like that, or retribution for wrongdoings, things like that. Each war had a reason, and you know, we had some long-standing wars, like in American history, the Hatfields and McCoy. There was one between Atka and Nikolsky like that, which lasted for generations. After the men do their war dance, then the ladies come out and they're doing a dance that's called Uchchuk. And Uchchuk is the Puffin dance. And the interesting thing about this dance, a very new dance, when we implemented this program in Atka, we got to the point after a number of years where young people wanted to compose music. And we allowed that as long as they understood the rhythm, the beat, the pattern of our traditional music. And this one was composed by a young lady who was in high school at the time, Louise Nevzorov, or we call her Aunt Marich, and she composed this, she created it, and then we helped her tune it and put it together. So it's a song that is about puffins going over a village and seeing a ukamach and being very excited about all the dancing and the feasting and the festival that was going on. And the puffin then, I guess it gives humanness to the animals, or makes us the same, because these puffins go back to their cliffs and they're sharing this information with their families and their friends, and their puffin humans, I guess, are their people, and they start doing the dancing, and you'll see the motions of diving off of the cliffs together, things like that. The dance after Puffin dance is a dance you'll see the young ladies sitting on the ground, and this is Aguchyakuch, and it's basically our paddling dance. And we're dancing, we're paddling. When we do these dances, we're taught that you don't just act them out, you actually become the animals, the people, the story. You become part of the story. And so we're traveling in a nigalach, which is a great big open skin boat that holds many people. and we're traveling from one island to the next, and we're headed to a big festival that we're going to, and the wind is picking up, the rain is picking up, and in the song words they talk about how we're fighting the tides and we're fighting the currents and the wind. Paddle harder, because land is right over there. So we're headed to the land, to our party. The storm is getting stronger, but we are making our way through it in these wonderful boats that are ships that our ancestors made. This song is Qagnax or Anakuchax, and it's our ancestors' footsteps is what it did. We created this song in Atka when we were working on culture and language revitalization and dance revitalization. We were working and dancing, and we had an earthquake while we were practicing, and one of our elders said, it's our ancestors causing this to happen. There almost brings tears to me talking about it. It's our ancestors making this happen, and they're here with us, and they're making the earth rumble because it's their feet that's shaking the earth because they're dancing with us. And so we created this song to commemorate that event, that earthquake, and the fact that the elder told us it was our ancestors who were right here with us. And so these dancers are taking the steps of our ancestors, basically, is what you're seeing take place. So it's a really happy song, actually, although it brings me to happy tears. Performing to a group of people is different than just dancing with ourselves and not having anyone to, I want to say observe, but I think it's more participate, because what we notice is that if we go out and we're doing excellent dancing, what we consider very precise dancing and powerful dancing, we feed off of the energy that they give us, the people in the audience. It's an amazing thing actually to see happen, or to feel happen, I guess is actually a better word for it. But when we're performing, especially in that open set, when we are looking at our audience and we know they're connected to it, and especially we hear them, it's like somebody giving you a jolt of energy, and we feeding off their energy, and our dancing becomes even better and more powerful. And so for us, it's not about getting up there and showing off. It's about getting up there and connecting with those people who are out in front of us and pulling them into this, their spirit basically, into this performance. Qagnax or Qagnax, this is a Halibut dance, and here we use it as an invitation dance, and we do that because there's lots of people who know this dance now for some reason, and it's kind of a catchy dance. And so we use it for invitation to invite people up to perform with us. Tugidam Eagle Dance. This is a women's dance, and it's there's nothing magic about it. It's just We love eagles. We love to watch them soar in the sky, especially when before we get a storm. I think it's the winds aloft are a lot higher maybe than down low, and so the eagles go up and they start soaring above the village or above Nezon Bay. And this is really just a song to commemorate the eagles soaring out in Nezon Bay out there in Atka, and them flying around, even landing on the beach, and you'll see motions where, like this motion here, where they're ripping, and it's real. Their females are ripping with their hands, but it's symbolic of eagles taking their beaks and pulling meat or pulling the insides of a fish out. And so this is just the eagle dance before our last set here when we get ready to leave the stage. These girls are Unangak girls, and these two you see right now, they've been dancing since they were, well, the one on the other side in the fur since she was born. This one here since she's a young mother now, but she was dancing since she's been around in 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade. In fact, she was one of my students years ago. Now I have her helping to teach dancing here, which is great. The next dance we do is, we call it Behind the Drum, and it's just a flirtatious dance where the boys go up and there's girls dancing, and they kind of dance around the young ladies, and then they both pick up the drums and they're kind of behind the drum. The idea is that they're hugging or they're smooching, kissing back and behind the drum, flirting. They're young people and flirting and enjoying it. It's just, again, our ancestors, our people, love to flirt, and it was a part of life, and it was not considered a taboo, and you shouldn't. Why not dance about it if you truly enjoy it? So that's when they're dancing behind the drum. It's just a kind of a fun, flirtatious dance to do. And then we basically end our performance close to that, and then do an exit again to the chant Ayagaa. We exit going off.